Yeah. Hello! Welcome to the stream! Oh, why is it skipping frames? That's bad. Hopefully everyone's doing well, and hopefully my stream does well too. How y'all doing? One sec. I'm gonna bring in the game audio a bit. There we go. Got some Mario, got some game audio. Welcome one, welcome all. Hope you're having a great day. Let's catch ourselves a Heracross. Hello Sonic Chow and Sonic Link and Lord Cole and Zane and Insert Funny. Welcome to the stream. We're going for Heracross yet again. Zane, I assume you're implying that your feet hurt because of Pokemon Go reasons, but maybe not. Who knows? But welcome, welcome. Doop 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 doop. Hey, look, a blue Heracross. Bet you never seen one of those before. Anyway, yeah, I went a little later today than usual. Unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, but I had to stay at work for a little bit afterwards. So that is something that that I did, and that's why we're going a little bit later than usual. Though I still made it by 7:30, so nothing too bad. It just means we'll probably be wrapping up the stream tonight somewhere between 9:30 and 10, I would think. But again, we'll find out. Very tired. I'm laying down to a nap, but I can't not pop in. Probably just lurk and pass it. Hey, no worries. Welcome, Oddity. Hope you're having a great day. Hearing Mario... Wow, I can't speak. Hearing Mario Sunshine soundtrack gives me so much nostalgia. I got lots of Mario music for you tonight, so be on the lookout. So many eggs were hatched. So what'd you end up with? How did it all go? Hey, JPB, JPB, JPB. And then there's Brian Sanchez as well. Welcome, Brian. Nice cat emoji. Oh, this is some Odyssey music. Or Galaxy. Galaxy, my bad. I should know that. I got a shiny Stubble in Pokemon Go and got enough friends to continue the Jirachi quest. Nice. Nice. Very nice. I assume you mean Snubble. But, yeah, very cool, very cool. Nice shiny for sure. I was finally able to play Sands yesterday. What'd you think? If I'm correct, you live close to Toronto. Have you been to Chick-fil-A yet? I have not. I have not. There's many spots to eat in Toronto. I did hear that a Chick-fil-A opened recently, but yeah, have not been. I'm only so tired because I stayed up talking to a special someone. Nice, Oddity. Well, that's great to hear. Sounds like it's all worth it. Hey, what's up, Sanchan? Nothing worth mentioning. Aw, man. Well, Zane, I'm also slacking, no pun intended, when it comes to Pokemon Go lately. I've been really bad at just like checking it and playing it. Part of that's Pokemon Masters, part of that's just being busy in life. Lots of things going on right now. I went to TIFF, the Toronto International Film Festival, on Sunday. I saw the follow-up, if any of you guys know of the film Your Name, Kimi no Wa. I got to see kind of like the follow-up to that film, Weathering with You, so that was cool. It won't be out for a little while, so it was really nice to get to see kind of like a well, I don't think it was the North American premiere. I think the premiere was technically at Anime Expo in Los Angeles back in July, but still, it was probably the second time it's been shown in North America, so that's pretty cool. Very exciting. I'm going to see another film in the future too. I won't say which one it is, But yeah, so I've been busy. I've been seeing lots of movies. I saw It 2 as well. If any of you guys saw It Part 2 or Chapter 2 or whatever, but I saw that on the weekend. It was all right. It was all right. It was long. It was very long. That's the one thing I took away most. How are you doing in Masters? I'm doing very well. I have one level 100 sync pair, and then my other two are almost at level 100. I have all the, like, not all the items, but, like, I have most of the items in the co-op missions and everything like that, excuse me. But I'm still not really getting good pulls, I'll be honest. I got, like, 2 5-stars, and I'm just, like, I'm ride or die with Olivia and... Oh my goodness, I cannot remember her name right now. But yeah, there's just so many characters. But yeah, I enjoy Masters. It's definitely it's a gotcha game through and through. It definitely, like, it's just time consuming, and the, like, payoff really probably isn't worth it. But I have fun. I can definitely see myself in the next 2 weeks falling, like, away from it though, because like I said, I've mostly done everything at this point. There's not really a whole lot more to, like, accomplish in it. So until they really start getting, like, events going and stuff, I just foresee myself, once I get all 3 of my sync pairs to level 100, then I'll probably just, like, walk away. Did you see Map Pat there? Wait, Map Pat was at TIFF? Is that true? I definitely didn't. I did, I loved it. I was living for the cinematography. Yeah. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. The soundtrack's great. Hello, Rogue. Yeah, no, this is, we got some Mario music on in the background right now. Just, you know, a little something, something. Although, the one thing I will say about these compilations is you can never predict how loud or quiet a song is. And so sometimes it, like, overpowers the game music. Sometimes it's, like, way too little. It's hard to get the balance right when it's, like, a compilation like this. But anyway, hope you're doing well. Yeah, him and Steph were there. I had no idea. I also would have never even, like, expected it. So I probably, if I ever, like, saw him on the street, I'd probably just be like, that's not Matt Pat. I'd be like, why would he be in Toronto for TIFF? But I guess film theory gives him some advantages, I suppose, probably, right, within the industry. I'm sorry, JPB. I'm sorry. We got super busy. You reminded me by calling me Rogue. You did change your name. Yeah, new profile picture, it looks like, as well. Oh, I actually have to add one to the thing. I meant to do that because that was our 3rd Heracross, and I was at 3206, so we should be at 3209, not 3208. Wasn't Matt Pat being sued? I have no idea. I'll be honest with you. I haven't really watched a game theory or a film theory in probably a while. I would say game theory probably, like, almost 2 years, and then film theory I would say probably just, like, over a year. I think I saw one in, like, the trending tab and clicked on it and watched it, and it was actually pretty good. I have nothing against them. I just, like, overall I don't really watch as much YouTube as I used to. What was that? I'd help my father move the hunting shack to a better spot for hunting season. I love venison meat. Venison is what, deer? Hey, Crazy Carnivine, that's what it was. Welcome to the Stampede. Thanks for the sub. I also finished my normal Yarn Yoshi Amiibo trio yesterday. Hey, nice, Insert Funny. Which was the last one you needed? Having a film channel get you invited to a bunch of stuff. Oh no, for sure. And it's like it's a big film channel as well. It just it's like not the thing that you'd associate with Matt Pat, I guess, though, right? Like, first and foremost. So I didn't even, like, think of that connection. I stopped watching him. Yeah, again, nothing against him or anything. I definitely didn't subscribe totally to the feeling either that a lot of people had that, like, his theories were worse, and, like, some of his early theories weren't that great either. Maybe they used a little bit more math, but, like, you know, there's only so many theories out there. But no, I have nothing against that. Like, some of his later stuff I thought was also really good. I just, again, it has nothing to do with Matt Pat specifically. I just don't watch a lot of YouTube in general. I still haven't caught up on all of, like, Some Call Me Johnny stuff. Very few. There's only, like, a few YouTubers now who, like, I will watch their stuff immediately when it comes out. And, yeah. Unfortunately, though, most gaming YouTubers aren't really on that list anymore, sadly. It's more, like, anime and, like movie reviewers and, like, tech people and stuff like that. So, yeah. It's too bad. Sometimes he goes overboard with the series. No, for sure, but like also he is an entertainer. Remember that. Before anything, he's an entertainer. So I can definitely see why he would feel the need to go over once in a while. Whether it's right or wrong. I'm just saying. Oh, pink, nice. And your next target is Yarn Poochie. Gotta complete the set. Do you have the giant one as well? I only hunt the bucks and not the does because I'm afraid I might shoot a mother with fawns. Well, that's kind of it. Yeah. Yeah, I've had deer before as well. It's tasty. It's a little gamey, but high in protein for sure. I mainly watch the streams now. Yeah, I never really watched the streams ever. Like, I just couldn't get into it. I just couldn't do it. But I know some people like who really love them, and like he's got obviously his whole like almost like mini family like there. So like I totally understand that. I don't shiny hunt anymore. LOL. You might, though, when Sword and Shield come out. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, I get that. There's a reason we're shiny hunting in Colosseum still, you know? Hey, what's up, Killer Kira? How you been? In Go a While, Butterfree, and Wild Onyx appeared. I do watch his FNAF. Oh, nice, nice. I do not have Big Boy. A little too expensive for me. I might get him eventually, though. That's what I said with Let's Go Pikachu Eevee. Yeah, exactly, right? I never even got to, like, the 4th gym. A lot of people, I totally understand that, too. Pokemon has this, like, thing where, like, people get all hyped up by it. They're like, oh, the nostalgia, and then they, like, pick it up. I know so many people get to, like, the 2nd, 3rd gym and then just, like, stop. And they're just like, yeah, that's good enough. I got my starter. I evolved it once. Now it just feels repetitive again to me. I'm going to put it down. Now, personally, I like the Pokemon formula a lot, and so that's why, to me, it's like, wait, you're telling me instead of playing the same game for, like, the 5th time, I can basically experience the same formula, but with new Pokemon and new features, and so I always love playing through them, obviously, but, yeah, a lot of people, it's more like nostalgia for them, and then they're just kind of like, yeah, I'm good. And I also know a lot of people who Let's Go Pikachu especially was like that, because, you know, we've been to Kanto a lot, people know it like the back of their hands, and, yeah. I like Chugga Conroy, yeah. Chugga Conroy is pretty awesome. I think even, like, I was watching a lot of his Let's Play of Colosseum before I would stream it, like, each part before I would stream it, so that I would kind of know what to expect. And yet, sometimes I would still end up going down the wrong path or, you know, doing the wrong thing or whatever. But, yeah, I was trying to, like, get a sense of the game, because I'd never played it before, and I find it's really hard to play games you've never played before on stream, because it just, like... It can, you know, you get stuck, you can get, it can get frustrating, I guess. But, yeah. Oh, nice, Oddity, nice. They announced the new iPhones today, too, if anyone cares about that. They're super expensive. They're very, very pricey. And, it doesn't look like they changed a whole lot, but what do I know? I'm not a tech guy. I've been good, man. I got a PS4 for my birthday from my 2nd older brother, and I've been having a blast. Nice. What games you been playing? The Water and Fire Trials in Ultra Sun Ultra Moon made me rage, when I did beat it, my DS died, and I had no... Oh, wow. Yeah, that's enough to stop anyone from wanting to get back into it. Three cameras. Yeah, I saw that. I mean, cool. Like, I don't know. I do need a new phone, though, so that's why I was, like, interested. But I knew I was never going to get, like, the new iPhone, because... Man, it's so much money. Like, it's so much. But I do have to get a new phone. My current phone is starting to really, like, just bug out on me, sort of. It's not even that old. That's the sad part. It's probably only, like, 2 years and a bit. And it's already, like, the battery has gone to absolute garbage. I have sometimes issues with, like, certain apps playing back on it. It's having a hard time connecting to, like, my Wi-Fi, which is the weirdest thing. Like, my Wi-Fi is good. I did an internet test. It works for everything else, but, like, on my phone, which is the thing I use the most, my like, and it's not my Wi-Fi. Like, I don't know. I ordered some Shrinky Dink paper to make a cute keychain. Oh my, I remember Shrinky Dinks. That's hilarious. Nice. I have an iPhone 6s, 5 years old. Wow. But like, it's weird because like I do feel like certain models of iPhones are just like built better than others. So I have had an iPhone 5, 6, and 7, and by far the best one in terms of just usability and like long term was the 6. Like the 5 was probably the worst I had. I couldn't even, like, the click button stopped working. I had to reset it all the time. The battery was awful. And then I have the 7 currently, and the 7 is not great. It was really good, and then I feel like I literally hit the 2-year mark, and it like every month has gotten progressively worse. And I felt at the 1-year mark the battery started to slip a little bit. Recently it's been like just awful. Like I can't use, if I even try to use anything Bluetooth with it, it's just gone. So it's really unfortunate, but I definitely understand. They want me to buy a new purchase, right? They want me to buy their new phone or one of their newer phones and make more money off of me. I get it, but it sucks. I lost interest with Apple once they thought not selling the entire display and selling the stand for $1,000 was a good idea. Yeah, that was also really, I mean, hey, they've definitely, I feel like they're definitely in like a darker age of like, and mind you, Apple's literally like been almost bankrupt at one point, so I mean, they're not in like their darkest age, but in terms of like creativity and like innovation, it definitely seems like they're so behind. I don't know. Did Game Freak announce if Pokemon will still be able to follow you in Sword and Shield? They will not, but there will be like roaming areas or something. There's also like now a curry area or like a camp area. But yeah. Kingdom Hearts, both the story so far, and Kingdom Hearts 3, since I haven't started 3 yet, playing Recom. The HD collection of Devil May Cry, Final Fantasy 15, Nier Automata, Project Diva, Persona 5, and Team Snagem. Yo, that's actually stellar library of games. Nice, nice. That's like so many different genres and so many like, wow, that's awesome. I love them, and I want to be nostalgic, but I also got blank ones so I can make custom characters. Hey, I think that's very cool. Didn't Nad get you the 7? Yes, she did. She did, because I was gonna switch to Samsung, and then she was like, nope. And she got me the 7, which is still easily, I can say, like the most expensive gift I think anyone's ever got me, except for Nad, who outdid herself the following year. But yeah, we don't talk about that one because it was almost like bad expensive.
No.
Well, sorta.
It was a birthday present.
It was too much. It was too much. But yeah, anyway, she did give me the 7. Unfortunately, we have a wedding to pay for, so I don't know how soon I'll be able to get a phone. But man, it's starting to make my like day-to-day just a little bit slower, a little bit trickier, you know? A little bit like waiting on stuff on my phone or having to like always be near an outlet so I can charge the thing or like, yeah. But we shall see. It dies at least 4 to 5 times a day. I'd have to imagine it would, yeah. Like, it's an old phone. My phone instantly dies when it gets to 5%. See, I find I sometimes have the reverse issue where my phone will get to 1% really quickly, but then sometimes it can, like, last on 1% for, like, 20 minutes, and then other times it'll be at 1% and then just, like, immediately die. There's no, like, rhyme or reason to it. Exploding batteries aside, Samsung have good phones. Yeah, I mean, I definitely want to like look more into the market overall this time. Again, because like the last time I didn't really get to pick my phone, right? It was kind of chosen for me, and like I'm obviously not gonna say no to like I mean, it wasn't like the newest iPhone at the time, but it's still a new iPhone, you know? And so I wasn't gonna say no to that, obviously. But I am a little excited to like start to, you know, look at all the numbers and look at like what a Samsung can do, and I'll look at a bunch of phones and see what kind of like piques my interest. But I'm definitely I think by the end of the year I'm gonna have to get something. I don't know when. I think this thing, it'll probably be able to last me another like 2 months or so, but yeah, by December I'll probably have to like do something, because it's genuinely like, I swear every month it's like there's a new like issue with it. So yeah, we'll see. Oh, Nad, sorry to ask you this, but when are we going to play New Leaf? Ask Sonic Chow.
So I still don't have internet on my DS.
No internet on the 3DS.
So that's the first step.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
You have to tell me that.
I know, but she never reminds me.
Okay. I'm terrible.
Wow, that song just like changed and like gave me a little heart attack. I was like, what is that sound? I'm not going to get Pokemon Sword and Shield until I know if it's worth it. I was disappointed after hearing there will be no Megas and no full Pokedex. Yeah, that's a fair attitude to have towards it. We don't have to blindly love Pokemon and just accept everything, the good and the bad. You're allowed to say no. I'm not going to buy this game, and that's totally understandable. Personally, there's still enough in it to me. It looks like that I'm willing to like, you know, spend the money and get the game, but I know for a lot of people it's not enough, and you know I totally get that. We'll see. I'm definitely getting it, but I have a few other friends like yourself who are very much on the fence and kind of awaiting reviews and excuse me. Also though, like a big thing, Lord Cole, is I would personally not listen to. Don't listen to like YouTube reviews. I know that sounds super weird. Read actual like journalistic type reviews. Like YouTubers are great, but a lot of YouTubers, it's in their best interest to like a Pokemon game and to review it, and you know what I mean? Like, honestly, all games journalism is probably like it's in their best interest to review and give a Pokemon game a high score. But I'm just saying, like, YouTube is even a little bit different because like there's no implication that they have to be justified in their review. They can honestly come up with whatever answer they want, and there's no real like, I don't want to say journalistic integrity, but like it's in their best interest to be biased towards liking the games. So no, I wouldn't say like base your opinion, like I wouldn't say watch like a bunch of YouTubers like quick reviews of them and then be like, oh yeah, like it looks great, it looks perfect, because you might be disappointed. I don't know. I've been preaching this for a little while, but I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of people out there who make content who are heavily, especially in the Pokemon community, obviously, who are like really relying on these games. Like, these games are going to be like their make or break like games basically. And so like they're obviously going to like they have so much riding on them that they're almost like and not even instinctively, even maybe subconsciously, like gonna give them good scores regardless, because they're just like, it's Pokemon. Hopefully it can like pay my rent for another like whatever, right? So just be wary of that. That's all. "3DS has horrible internet. Literally, 3? Are you kidding me? I still love it though. I watched YouTube on it when I didn't have a phone. Yeah, it is bad. I used to watch it too. I remember when like the 3DS first came out and like they just got. I don't even know if it was the YouTube app or if it was like, but it was like they selected the videos for you. Like once a week they'd get like new videos on this like video app thing. It might have even been like their version of YouTube. I can't remember, but it was brutal. I remember like Jason Derulo was one of them. "In Smash, there's not going to be a first-party pass, nor the second-party pass, not the third-party pass, not the fourth-party pass. The fifth-party pass people in it is Rainbow. Rip YouTube on the 3DS. Yeah, well, you know, every dog has its day, I guess. I don't know. Oh, what is this song? Oh, Sunshine. Basically, I feel like anytime there's a song, I'm like, what is this? It's almost always from Sunshine, because it's the one Mario game I haven't really played much of. I have played it. I just haven't really, like... Basically, every Mario game I've, like, completed, at least in terms of, like, a 3D platformer. And then Sunshine's, like, the one game I put maybe, like, one afternoon when I was, like, a kid at a friend's house into, and then, like, have never played it again. So I've never, like, experienced the beginning, never experienced the ending, like, don't know half the stuff in it. I don't even think I faced Petey Piranha, I think, like, or Bowser Jr. is, like, the Shadow Mario. Do you think that Game Freak listens to the fans? I've been more disappointed over the new Pokemon games. I know some may disagree. I think, here's the thing. I think Game Freak listens to the fans, but I think Game Freak is still, like, serving a company and trying to make money and make sure that their, like, families have jobs and, like, you know. And because of that, I think oftentimes they know what the fans want. They know how, hypothetically, they could make the perfect Pokemon game, or like the closest thing to a perfect Pokemon game you could get. However, it's kind of against the best wishes of like their shareholders and the Pokemon Company International and the whole machine that is Pokemon to kind of give in to every fan, you know, idea and notion of what could make a good Pokemon game. Because, you know, things like adding more regions, like multiple regions back into a game. Like how people love that with Kanto Johto. Or, you know, the National Dex, apparently now, is a good example of that. Or like Battle Frontier, or Pokemon walking behind you. Like, they're for sure aware of all this stuff. But it's like, that takes extra work. It takes a lot of man hours. And that's money out of their pocket to, like, do all that. And they're rushed. They're always rushed. That's the thing about Game Freak in, like, the modern day. Every game that has came out since basically X and Y, rather, has been super rushed. So, like, they're on this, like, special cycle where it's a 3-year cycle, and they want to try to get a game out every year, even if it means resulting in, like, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, which are, like, maybe the most blasphemous thing that's ever come from a main series Pokemon game. Like, the most uninspired, like, and there's some great parts in those games, but it's just, like, they didn't need to exist, and they especially did not need to exist as 2 separate games. They should have been one sister game, definitive edition, instead of trying to trick people like they were some, like, super sequel, like, alternate universe, because they barely were that. They were very similar. You can only play ROM hacks so many times before you need new content. Yeah. What do you think of the 5th party pass with Rainbow in it? I think it's awesome. I was lucky enough to get Sunshine for a good price. Nice, nice. My favorite Pokemon game was Soul Silver and Heart Gold because I could go to 2 regions, Pokemon followed you, and some things to go afterward. I've yet to see that again. Personally, like, my favorite thing is, yeah, just, like, the post-game in Heart Gold and Soul Silver is so rich, right? Like, you not only do you have a fully fleshed out Kanto, you can rebattle a bunch of trainers, you get extra content with, like, Silver and Claire and Lance. The legendary battle was, like, way more fleshed out and, like, cinematic, depending which version you had, of course. Yeah, there's just so much. And then that's not even including, like, if you hypothetically had, like, the event stuff, right? Like the Giovanni battle with the Celebi event, and, excuse me, the notch-eared Pikachu, and, like, they're just, yeah. And, like, the Sinjo or Tojo or whatever ruins, like, there's so much of that game. Those games, sorry. And then, like, the Safari Zone, and what is it? All the like Hoenn stuff involved as well, and like Route 47. Like, it just there's so much. There's so much content in a way that, like, Gen 4 really killed it in terms of, like, post game content. I felt 3 really did, like, a great job of it, and then 4 just, like, refined it. 5's is still good, but it's like you could tell that, like, it fell a little bit more. It's really good. It's just not quite up to snuff with, like, 4's post-game, in my opinion, both in terms of Platinum and Heart Gold, Soul Silver. I think those games just, like, the post-game is crazy. But still, Gen 5 is pretty good, both Black and White and Black and White 2. Especially Black and White, because, like, you literally get to experience, like, a whole new part of the map. It's really cool. But then, yeah, and then Gen 6 comes, and it's like, Gen 6 is almost barren in post-game content. It's so low, like, which is so funny though, because, like, there's barely anything to it, and yet it's the game that I've spent the most time in the post game doing, like, shiny hunting and hatching and breeding and things like that. So it's just it's a little ironic, I guess, but it's definitely, like, in my opinion, the most, like, barren. Even, like, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire have, like, some additional content, you know, like something to pad it out. Post game, the Delta episode alone, I think, is the best part of that entire game. Like, it's so good, and it's, like, bananas, and just, like, it's crazy, but I love it. And then Sun and Moon, I thought, started to go in the right direction. Like, I felt like, you know, they did, like, the battle tree thing, so that was nice. They did, you know, a lot of the Ultra Beasts and stuff, even though they probably could have done a better job explaining that, and obviously that stuff, they got cut to then go in, like, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. It still was, like, cool. Yeah, like, they, like Sun and Moon had, in my opinion, a pretty decent post-game. Decent enough. I still think it could have been fleshed out even more, but, you know, it was alright. It was alright. And then Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, and then Let's Go Pikachu Eevee might even be worse, honestly, than X and Y. Like, how how do you remake those games and put like red and blue and blah 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 in it, and then like you don't use the Sevi Islands? Like, to me, that's why like Fire Red and Leaf Green will still be the most definitive version of those games, of the Gen 1 games, because obviously Gen 1 the system's just kind of like not balanced that well, and there's like glitches and stuff. Gen 3, it's not perfect, but it's still like decent, I guess. And then you have like the Gen 7 like Let's Go Pikachu Eevee games, and they're just like what are they? Like, oh man, I don't know. There's no Sevi Islands, there's no, like, I feel even like some of the original Kanto stuff just isn't there. I don't know, maybe I'm overreacting, but it just, how do you like subtract, you know? Like, because Fire Red and Leaf Green, you could have Pokemon from outside the first 151, you could, you know, like, and I feel like they just subtracted so much from it. I don't know. You could build your own Safari, that's true. Gen 6 is what got me back into Pokemon. When you did your Y playthrough, I bought it to play along. Nice! Yeah, very fun playthrough. I really do, I think X and Y, as well as Fire Red, Leaf Green, are legitimately among, in my opinion, the most, like replayable games. Like, just, you can pick them up, play them, they're really fun to get through. They're just, like, they're the Pokemon formula as McDonald's almost, you know? It's like fast food. It's just there, it's easy, it's simple, it's fun. There's a lot of Pokemon to choose from. It's just like, I have a good time with replaying those specific gens. Same with Crystal too. Crystal's like, I really enjoy replaying Crystal in a way that like I don't enjoy replaying like Red and Blue, like the originals. But I will say as well, I had that similar feeling with Let's Go Pikachu Eevee. As much as I hate the post game, I think that like a regular playthrough of that game is actually pretty fun. I still think Fire Red, Leaf Green are the most optimal way to play. But I mean, hey, like on a Switch, on the go, like looking good, and like they're solid. I had more fun with Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee than you might be able to tell from like what I was just saying. But I still, yeah, in terms of the greater Pokemon, like as games, they're great. But for like, you know, the greater Pokemon-ness, I just felt like they were a little lackluster. That's all. Let's Go is too easy, I've heard. It's very easy, for sure. But so were Red and Blue, in my opinion. And especially Fire Red and Leaf Green. I thought were also... I think they're some of the easiest Pokemon games there are, Fire Red and Leaf Green. For whatever reason, every time they remake Kanto, they seem to want to, like, dumb it down more and more. Mind you, though, I guess the difference is Fire Red and Leaf Green kind of had that, like, point post Elite Four, where you go to, like, the Sevi Islands, and I do think it got a little more challenging. And there were like concepts in it that were more challenging, whereas I do feel like Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee kind of retains the same like simplicity, especially if you want to like overlevel your Pikachu, like, or Eevee. Sorry, I played the Pikachu version, but yeah. Hey, thanks Mindless Enigma for popping in. It's too bad you can't stay, but I understand. To be honest, I actually don't think, now that it's kind of like randomly been brought to my attention, I don't know if I've even mentioned yet the fact that we're even like doing a Heracross hunt, which I know it's obvious and it's super implied, but like I feel like outside of maybe like the first like 10 seconds of the stream, I barely even acknowledge like what I'm doing on screen, because I've just been like in a full-on like Pokemon rant. But you know, Pokemon, we love it so much, that's why we rant about it. Gen 6 got me back into Pokemon. Gen 5 was that for me, but it was so close. Like I played Gen 5 so late that it was basically like right on the cusp of, like, I played the first Gen 5 game basically only like 2 or 3 months before Black and White 2 came out, or maybe not 2 or 3, but like very close to when Black and White 2 came out. And then by that point, like, it wasn't much longer after Black and White 2 were localized here that they announced X and Y in 3D with that like trailer at the beginning of like 2013. So I mean, like, I basically had like not a whole lot of time to digest like Black and White 2. Yeah, no worries, Lord Cole. Thanks for the questions. Take care of yourself, man. You don't like Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Why, though? Well, I mean, for the record, you're totally welcome to your opinions. Like, I have expressed negativity in Pokemon. I always talk crap about, you know, Gen 6 and 1 specifically, I think, are the ones I usually give, like, the hardest time whenever I talk about games on stream. But so I'm actually curious, why Sonic Child? Let's Go was made to pull in the Pogo fanbase that never played a normal Pokemon game. It definitely was, and it worked, right? It sold a lot, like a lot. I think it would have even sold more if it wasn't for Smash Bros. Being released like, what, 3-4 weeks later? Whatever it was. But yeah, still, I'm sure Game Freak's not complaining. They're like, wait, you're telling me we put out like a third game in a generation and it sold, like it outsold basically the second game? That never happens. So yeah, they're probably like really happy. And also, man, Sword and Shield, regardless of like all of us, because we love Pokemon, but we also know, like, you know, we're on the internet looking into Pokemon and we know about like, you don't have the National X, blah, blah, blah. But man, if Sword and Shield can tap into that Go market, and also all the Switch owners out there, holy cow. Like Smash Bros. Ultimate is already by far the best-selling Super Smash Bros. Game ever. And that's in, like, what, the span of... I mean, it's almost been a year now, but it basically, like, had already reached that mark in, like, April or May of this year. It, like, passed Brawl. Like, the Switch is a juggernaut of a machine. Like, so many people have them. Even more people will have them now that the Switch Lights are coming out as well. It's just crazy. Hey, Video Master, what's up? Ooh, I like this song. This is from the RPG, right? Oh, no! Well, it is from an RPG. That's actually a series I don't know if any of you guys have played. I definitely need to check out at some point the the Mario and Luigi RPGs on, like, I think it was the DS and then the 3DS. I don't think any GBA games, but I could be wrong. But like Bowser's Inside Story, like those games, I've definitely gotta check those out. I've heard great things, and obviously I love JRPGs and that formula. So I've heard it's kind of like itched that spot that like the Paper Mario series hasn't really done since like the GameCube game. Though mind you, I love Super Paper Mario. I would put it among my top 5 best Wii games. It's actually really good. It's really fun. It's great to explore. Switch Lite is something I would use, but I'm not spending another $300 on one. I totally understand that, but like there are so many parents out there whose kids probably like constantly fight on road trips and things like that, and they're gonna be like, wait, you're telling me I can get like another one for them and it's like not quite as much money? They'll probably jump at the chance for that, right? In the same way multiple siblings would have like 3DSs and stuff like that, right? And see, even Nad's saying I have to get her one for Christmas, right? So, we'll see. We'll see about that. The good news is, I don't have to buy her games, because we have games already, so if I did buy her a Switch, I'd just be like, you didn't need me to buy you, you know, XYZ game, because you already have Odyssey, and Breath of the Wild, and Let's Go Pikachu, and, Splatoon 2 now. I have Splatoon. Did I tell you guys? I got Splatoon 2 as a birthday gift. So I do have Splatoon 2 now, which I haven't played it yet, though, admittedly. But in defense, other than like when Banjo came out last week, I haven't really touched my Switch. I've been very busy, as I mentioned at the start of this stream. Life's just been busy lately, in a good way, though, in a good way. But so yeah, I haven't had time to check it out or play it, but I do own it now, which is awesome. It's very exciting because I've always, like, I think you guys know on this stream I've talked a lot. Like, I loved the first game so much. I really wanted to pick up the second one. I just couldn't justify it at the time. I was in between, like, you know, my YouTube channel was kind of like, you know, Sun and Moon wasn't hitting the same way, and I hadn't got my job at the Score Esports yet when it came out, and so I was kind of like, I couldn't justify it, and yeah. But now I have it. It took me a while, so I do have Splatoon 2. Wait, Stan, we need to play. Hey, I need to like reaffirm myself. Also, I haven't played it with like an actual like Pro Controller ever, I don't think. I think I always use like the gamepad. I don't know. So I definitely have to like relearn everything Sonic. But at some point, perhaps we will play together. Okay? I kind of want Sword and Shield to fail, but not completely flop. It seems like the only way Game Freak will listen to consumers. So Zane, I agree with you completely. I actually think that if we ever want to see like that game that I mentioned, like that game that Game Freak knows we all as a core fan base who've been with them and supported them for most of the past like 20 whatever it is now, 23 years. Obviously, you know, I even admittedly took a few years off in high school from the series. So, you know, I haven't been with them for the full 23, but I would say of my life, like I'm 26, Pokemon as a franchise is 23. I've probably given them about 16 to 17 years of my life, you know? Because I obviously I didn't get into the game until I was like 6 or whatever, and then there were like 3 years there where I kind of like wasn't as invested, I guess, in high school. It wasn't until after high school that I got like back into it. But point is you know, we've been supporting them for a while, and if they ever want to make those games that we know they can make, we know that they know that we want multiple regions. They know that we know, or they know that we want Battle Frontier or something like it, something even more complex in the battle tree, you know. They know that we want Pokemon walking behind us and fresh animations. They know all this. It's just a matter of if they give it to us or not, and we'll see. They also, something that I think you're gonna see after Sword and Shield really specifically start to pop up. I think you're gonna see people start to really clamor for the old days of like shiny hunting, and I think you're gonna see Game Freak start to implement legitimately Gen 9. Like you can write this down and call me out if it doesn't happen, but Generation 9 of Pokemon I think is finally gonna have like a special super rare like third shiny version of a Pokemon. Like I think they'll finally go through and be like, you know, why not make one that's like back in like the 1 in 8,000? Because the only problem is that nowadays it seems with each subsequent like release of a game, Game Freak makes it like easier and easier to get a shiny, and that even goes for like legendaries in some cases, right? Like think about, like, I was playing Omega Ruby to get my Suicune, and you know, I was already like under odds compared to like Gen 5 or Gen 2 or any of the people who I guess you can't really get Suicune in Gen 5. Well, you could. Anyway, the point is like, so I was already like 1 in 4,000 odds. I could have even cut that to 1 in 2,000 had I gotten the shiny charm in Omega Ruby, but I didn't. I just skipped that game. I did I did X and Y, I did Sun and Moon, I did Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, I did Let's Go, but I skipped Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. I will be completing the decks in Sword and Shield as well, just in case you guys were wondering. But yeah, I will be. Apparently they're going to make it really easy for me. But regardless, and I do feel like people are starting to really be like, man, you know, like you can, like, it's really easy to get shinies like now, and it just is, like, because think of it, like we got a shiny Latios, I think it was, maybe it was Latios. I can't remember. I think it was Latios actually, but we got a shiny legendary in one stream, in a single stream, and it was like we only went to like 102, and not that that's like obviously gonna happen all the time, but still, it's like it feels like they're just not quite as rare and elusive as they used to be. It used to be like such a big deal, right? It's like I didn't know anyone who had a shiny like growing up, and I feel like Game Freak is finally gonna implement and be like, you know what? Excuse me, it's time to get back to that 1 in 8,000 formula for the people who are actually like masochists and, you know, don't want SOS chain or Friend Safari or anything like that, or wormholes. Let's just give them, like, it's really hard to get these Pokemon. There's 1 in 8,000 shot. You know, if you want to get a black Squirtle or a red Bulbasaur, you gotta really work hard for it. And I think that'd be super cool. I would love to see, and obviously it's still RNG, so you could get it on the first try, you could get it, and like, it's not locked or anything, it's not like ridiculous, but it just, I really think that like, they've clearly understood that like, there's a lot of people out there that like shiny hunting, but they've kind of gone so far with it that, again, like, it's almost too easy in a way, where, like, I like the Go games. Like, I think Pokemon Go is the hardest thing to really shiny hunt in a really long time in Pokemon, and I like that. It's very satisfying when I find a random shiny. Like, it feels really good in a way that Let's Go, Pikachu, Eevee especially, and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon especially, like, didn't feel as, like, impossible made possible, you know? I don't know. Hey, what's up? What's up, man? I'm just on another patented Stan rant, you know. Unfortunately, they also know they'll make money no matter what they put out. It's true. I haven't even gotten the national decks in Pokemon. It's hard. Gen 6 are tough games to get the national decks, so don't worry. I heard Sword and Shield will have over 500 Pokemon in the national decks. That's actually not bad. I definitely expected it to be like 300, so maybe it'll be more than Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon and Sun and Moon. If it's 500, that could be a good thing, because it could mean maybe Heracross gets in, maybe? We'll see. I feel like the Gen 2 remakes deteriorate from the original games too much. Like, deter from it, or like deteriorate? Like, what specifically do you mean? My last Pokemon Go shiny was Mudkip during his community day. But that's what I mean. And so that's like the perfect line they straddle, Niantic. Because they have community days where it's like, if you really, really want a shiny in Pokemon Go, you go to a community day. Even if you just spend like an hour, you're almost guaranteed to find a shiny sometime. Like, I have literally spent like, I've had like 20 minutes to find a shiny some days. Because like, I've even, a perfect example, I've even been in the position of, I've been at my parents' house in the middle of nowhere during a community day, and still, if with enough effort, I was able to find one shiny Mudkip. And so, like, it's usually, you know, it takes a little effort, but, like, if you put in the effort, you can get a shiny. But when a random shiny appears, when I'm, like, walking and a shiny coughing pops up on Nad's screen, or I was with Roy Boy and a shiny Shelder popped up on my screen, it's such a great feeling. You're just like, oh my god, like, this just made my day better. Like, you know, it's something that probably shouldn't have happened, but it did. I beat the odds, and now I'm feeling a little extra pep today, you know? That's why I like the way Go does it. And so if the new games, not Sword and Shield, because they won't for sure, but in like Gen 9, if they had it where it's like, you can still have your wormholes or your SOS methods for like the regular shinies, but if you want like the new variant, the new like tertiary shinies, if you want to get like a green Mudkip, then you gotta get it the old way, you know? Back to basics, baby. I don't know. Maybe I'm just an old man, you know? Maybe I'm just like an elder, a boomer who just, you know, wants that feeling back, that like really, and that's why, I mean, look, that's why I'm doing Heracross, right? I'm doing Heracross because like I eventually became a little, not sick, but like a little bit disengaged with Let's Go Pikachu Eevee, and disengaged with like the Ultra Wormhole shiny hunts and stuff, because they felt simple. Like, once you really know what you're doing and you get it down, like, it obviously takes a while to like learn the steps, but once you figure it out, it's really not, like, you can get a shiny so quick. And so like, I wanted to get back to that feeling of like, let's get something rare, let's get something that's like very hard to get, it's like takes a little time, takes a little effort, you know? And I mean, hey, Heracross is probably like one of the most like horrendous things you can do to yourself as a shiny hunter, but you don't have to go that far either, right? Like, even like if they just brought it back to like 1 in 4. Mine was a Shinx hatch. Yo, Shinx is also awesome, great shiny. That whole line is just like perfect, really fits the typing as well, obviously. It looks great in Go. Like, I don't know what it is, but certain models in Go specifically, and I'm pretty sure they're the same ones in the games, but like certain shinies especially just look so good. Like shiny Mudkip, the purple color and the shading of it with like the orange, it pops so much better than I've ever noticed in like an actual game. Like, it makes me want to get a shiny Mudkip. I always thought Trico was the best of them, but like in Pokemon Go, Mudkip is by far the best. And I don't know what it is, if it's like the shading's different. I honestly don't know, but it just like, it really like stuck out to me how good it looks. Meanwhile, there's like other ones where like Totodile, for example, I think looks like slightly worse than it does even in the 3D games. I don't know how to explain it. Maybe it's just like my own biases that I'm like putting onto them. I don't know, but it just, yeah. And I would say Shinx is another one that like, it already looks really good in the games, but it looks, for whatever reason in Go, it looks so good, man. I guess it's like the full HD, because the first time, because usually even in the games we see it in like the 280p or whatever, right? But like in Go, we get to see it in like full 1080 HD, and so maybe that's the reason. Looks so good though. I will say this though, you guys mark my words in this. When they inevitably do let us, you know, non-regionals go for like the Florida regional in Pokemon Go. So basically what they're doing now, if they ever do this, like if next year they do it for the Johto Pokemon, so like Corsola and Heracross, I will do whatever it takes to get a shiny Heracross. Like, I will go out of my way so hard. I will, like, even if it's in the middle of winter, like, I will go for a shiny Heracross in Pokemon Go. I want one, baby. The sad part is I might end up, by the time that happens, I might get a shiny Heracross in Pokemon Go before I get it in this game. Because, dang, man, 3,225. We're getting up there. Marshtomp looks really good in Go. I think the whole line does. But specifically to me, I don't know what it was, but Mudkip just like blew me away. I was actually like surprised at how good it looked. I'm actually gonna look through my Pokemon right now and see. But yeah, and like Shelder, I also think looks good. Cloyster, I think looks great. Let's see. So yeah, I think the Squirtle, Blastoise, Wartortle line looks the same. I think the Rattata line, like most of these look the same. But yeah, Shelder and Cloyster look really good to me. Their colors are actually like bold. They don't feel like off like colors, you know? They feel like orange and blue. Like, and I love that. Eevee looks fine. It looks as normal as it typically does, I guess. I think the Chikorita line still suffers a little bit from when they kind of like washed it out in the later gens. Same with Cyndaquil. I think Cyndaquil still, I miss like the real like purple. It's still kind of like that purpley brown color. It's still good. It is good, but I don't know. Umbreon looks great. Umbreon looks really nice. Like really nice actually. Espeon too, but I've always had a soft spot for both of them. Pupitar actually looks really good. I think again better than it does in the, like, I don't know if you can see it, but like the way like the shade of purple, like the shading on it and the lighting textures, it just like it looks so much more like rich, I guess. Rich would be the applicable word, I think. And yeah, Trico too. Like Trico, it's like the colors are just, they're solid, they're deep, they're rich. I like it a lot. Yeah, like Sceptile, like it looks so good. And again, it's probably just the HD thing. I'm pretty sure they're the exact same, but it looks so good. And you notice things that like are harder to notice in the current 3D models. Like a shiny Solrock, like the eyes, you can't see it on that webcam because that's on me and my quality. But like the eyes are like a brilliant, like bright blue, and they like pierce your soul. Or like Bonsly, like Bonsly, the colors are so nice. So nice. I mean, Drifloon's always been great, but Drifloon also looks good in this one too. Anyway, I'm just like gushing about my own shinies at this. But the point remains, I really like them. I think they've for the most part done shinies justice in this game, and I'm pretty happy about it. And again, the thing is, it's still not easy to get them. Like you have to work a little hard for them, you know. Community days aside, obviously. But like you either get really lucky or you work really hard and you get them. Oh, nice, Killer Kira, nice. Yeah, hey, trust me, I was a rural Pokemon Go player for like 2 years, and it was hard. It was very tricky. Now I'm in the city, obviously, but there was a long time I wasn't, and it always sucked because it was like there's just certain things you couldn't get. Like, if I hadn't moved to the city, I probably still wouldn't have like a Dragonite, aside from the community day again. So I guess, but anything that's like I probably wouldn't have a Machamp. I probably wouldn't have like a Poliwrath. There's just certain Pokemon like you never see in rural. Like, well, they did. I guess they do events for that reason specifically, but still. Anyway, if they did add more shiny forms, hunting the rare ones would be a nightmare. But that's what shiny hunting used to be, right? From gens like 2 to 5, for more, you know, basically half the series, a little less, I guess, but basically half the series, like 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's like half. For half the series, that's what it was. It was 1 in 8,000, right? I'm not asking for any more than that. I'm not saying like do like a 1 in 20,000 odds, like make them super impossible, but like 1 in 8,000. I think, I don't know. I feel like the Gen 2 remakes lose the appeal of the original game. Do you think? I mean, hey, like that's totally your opinion. I like both for different reasons. One's for pure nostalgia. Yeah. So I've been going for this Heracross for over a year now. It's been a lot of off though. Probably in total, I'm probably at 6 to 7 months of really trying for it. And admittedly, many of those months, basically 3 to 4 of those months were me doing it not in a great way. Basically, I'm using a Master Ball now, which like just like speeds up the process immensely. Because if I was still using my like Ultra Ball or Net Ball, I probably would still be at like 600 to 700 encounters instead of 3,200. So I've been at it for a very long time, my friend. It's kind of an all-consuming thing. It's kind of like my hobby I guess. But like, I really want this bug. I've never really wanted a shiny quite like this. I love the idea behind it. I love the fact that like no one else that I'm aware of like has one and has kind of shared it with anyone else. And and even if they did, it's still so rare and so hard, and I put so much time into it. That yeah, and it's just again, it's super cool to me that it's like I have a GameCube. I have a GameCube like hooked up, and I think that's super cool. That I'm literally like doing this off of a GameCube. It's gonna be crazy when you get it. Oh, it absolutely will be crazy when I get it. I'm very excited, but we don't know when it's gonna happen, sadly. Like, that's the thing, and that's why, like, people keep being like, what are you gonna nickname it? What are you gonna nickname it? And I'm like, honestly, if I decided on a nickname today, that nickname would make no sense to me probably when I get it, like, 3 months from now, you know? I mean, who knows, though? I genuinely don't know when I will get the thing. It could be today. I was just explaining, Kala, that, like, somebody, like, there was a person in the community, in, like, the Colosseum hunting community. They shiny hunted a Houndoom, which is actually like a pretty hard one to do in this game. Like it takes quite a bit of time. It's a bit of a pain in the butt, and they got it in 37 encounters, call it. Which, like, to put in perspective, like, we've done 22 tonight so far, right? So, like, we've done 22 encounters already tonight, and like basically every night I do like 50 or so, like usually between 45 and 50 encounters, and so yeah, the fact that someone like went out of their way and managed to get like a Houndoom that quickly is like insane. So it's possible. It's definitely possible. It could be anyone. It's pure RNG, right? Like, we know that. I personally, and I've been saying this like religiously lately, but I have this odd suspicion and hunch. I do think it's gonna happen between now and 4,000. I don't know how or why. Like, it's still, that's, you know, not even half odds technically, but I do think it's gonna happen for me somewhere between, like, literally between now and 4,000. Like, when it happens, how it happens, we'll see. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I just keep going, obviously. But yeah, and when I get to 4,000, I'm gonna switch. So like right now, I have my Master Ball at the end of my party. Basically, my thing is, so at 4,000, if I don't get it shiny by 4,000, I'm going to switch my Master Ball to the first slot in my party, which will just like shave off like seconds, which will add up over time, right? And then if I eventually get to 8,000, so if I go to a full odds, so 8,192, I'm gonna invest in a second GameCube and a second copy of this game, and I'm gonna attempt to get a shiny Heracross, like dual stream in Colosseum. There's people in this community who do like quad hunt it. I feel like that's a little excessive for me personally, and I don't think I have like the means to like make that happen. But doing like 2, I think might be reasonable and might be possible. And if that's what it takes, that's what it takes. Because at that point, it's like I gotta figure something out to make this like happen. Because that's a lot of time. Basically, like I'm trying to aim for like 1,000 a month. So if I hit like 8,000, that's essentially like spending 8 months like full of my life on this hunt. You know. I don't know about this game or how it works with shiny hunting, but with my knowledge from the mainline games, that's still crazy. It is very crazy, and the cool thing is that like when I do catch it in this game, I can then transfer it into the other games. Like it doesn't have to live on Colosseum. It can be something that like goes through all the games, all the Let's Plays, all the fun, and hopefully I can get it into Gen 8 at some point. That'd be nice. But yeah. Also, hopefully I don't reset on the thing, because I'll be honest with you, Kala, like, I don't think I'd have the heart to, like, if I soft resetted, I don't know if I'd have the heart to get back into it. I think I would eventually, but I think I would take a big break. Like, if tonight I got, like, talking and I accidentally soft resetted over Heracross, I legitimately think I would probably just be like, you know, I'm gonna take a break. We're gonna play some Smash Bros for, like, a few weeks of streaming, and I'm gonna reevaluate some things. I'd probably at that point then also indulge in a second setup to dual stream it. But yeah. Speaking of Houndoom, I actually got a good Shadow Houndoom the other day. Nice, nice. Not sure if I want to purify it yet. Do what you gotta do, my friend. Quad hunting sounds like it would hardly be faster. No, it's much faster because you basically have 4 screens, right? They're all connected to the same. Basically, the trick is you get a one Wavebird controller, but set the frequency to 4 receivers. So everything you do is legitimately like connected to all of them. The hard part is like you have to get a capture card for all of them, right? Like their very own capture card. Run them separately. Like that's the hard part of like doing 4. That's why I don't think technically my computer could handle it, but 2 I think it could hypothetically. So yeah, and you just you do it on the same. I'd get a Wii though because a Wii could like plug in to the thing. Although I don't know, like would I need like 2 monitors at that point too to like watch it? Yeah. I did in Sonic. Chow. Favorite game theory. My favorite game theory. I like the one that I remember always the first is the Luigi is Rosalina's father, and he used like the left-handed like genetics to like figure that out. I like that one a lot. Would you have a drinking problem if you soft reset a shiny Heracross? I'd be very, very like defeated for sure, because like also the thing is I've never really soft resetted over any shiny ever. Like I've always caught the shiny whenever I've like, you know, gone out of my way. And obviously this is a game where like I've already caught it, so it like we'll know if I like soft reset it over Heracross, I'd have already caught the thing, right? Like, so by that metric, like I still technically have gotten it, and that would make it feel even worse, is that I had it caught. It was in the Master Ball. It was in my party. Like, it was there. All I had to do was save the game, and I just reset over it because I got talking or whatever it might be, right? And that's like the scary part for me, is that, like, that's the defeating part, is that technically I've still caught the thing, but I still failed the shiny because I soft resetted. Because unlike most games, it's like, you know, most people soft reset the shiny when it appears on screen as a wild Pokemon. So you still have to catch it and go through all that. Where here it's like, I already got it. Like I did it. I did everything I had to do. I went through the battle. You know, I went through all these these corridors and battled Dioge and beat his Masquerain and then I caught it, and then I, you know, made the mistake of soft resetting. But I'll be honest with you, I do think that I'm like in a I think it'd be very hard for me to soft reset over the shiny Heracross. I mean, like, knock on wood, anything can happen, right? The wrong moment of distraction with like the right sequence of events like could just result in tragedy. But personally, I do feel that like I have a rhythm down, and it's such a rhythm. I'm so used to this certain specific rhythm that anything that sort of like shakes it up a little bit grabs my attention immediately. So like if anything happens that's like weird, like if for example like Masquerain hits a critical hit on Umbreon or Espeon, I notice it. Like my brain is like aware of it. Or if like Masquerain gets Silver Wind and then its stats go up, I notice that because it's like something that usually regularly doesn't happen, right? And so because of that, I'm faithful that I think, or I'm hopeful rather, that I won't soft reset on a Heracross. But again, you never know, right? Like I've been at it so long, and all it takes is the wrong moment of weakness, and yeah. I thought you'd just be switching controllers and that would be so slow. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. But luckily, because it's a GameCube game, there's tricks to it, right? I guess that you don't, like, luxuries that you wouldn't get from a 3DS. But personally, I'd really like to get it on just the one screen. I think that would be like the most optimal, like, coolest kind of situation. But beggars can't be choosers, and again, if I ever soft reset on it or got past full odds, then I would highly consider just saying screw it, you know. And I guess that's the scary part to me, is that aside from like Gen 6 and on games where like it was like 1 in 4,000 odds, every time I've shiny hunted in like full odds games like Heart Gold, Soul Silver, I've never had to get to full odds. I've always gotten my target like way under full odds. So I've been very, very lucky, which means that, like, you know, hopefully this isn't the one time that I get super, super unlucky. Like, save that for if I ever decide to go back and try to, you know, get, like, Rayquaza and soft reset. Something where, like, the resets are quick and fast, right? These resets are not quick and fast. These resets are a pain in the butt. Best final boss song in an RPG. Cynthia, Champion Battle, baby. I will stand that forever. Yeah, Zane, I'd probably be swearing and stuff too. If I, you guys know, like if I put, you know, over a year of my time and effort into this shiny hunt, just to soft reset over the thing at like 3,236, then I'd probably have a few choice words for just reality, not the game, not you guys, like myself, like my own, you know, comeuppance. How good are this game and XD? I've never played either, but I've always been super interested. I was kind of in your shoes like a year ago, and I finally picked up Colosseum for this hunt specifically, and I enjoy them. They're tedious though, man. Like the battle is cool. It can be refreshing, and if you really know what you're doing and exploit like the double battle mechanics, because every battle is a double battle in this game, which is like actually is pretty cool. But the problem is there's so much like grinding you have to do, and so much like stuff regarding that, and just like, oh, I have to battle this like 5th grunt in a row to proceed with things. It's a very battle heavy game, so if you don't really like Pokemon for the battling stuff, it's probably not your game. It's cool though. Like I definitely think at some point you should play one or the other. I don't think you need to play both. Mind you, I haven't played XD, so I'm speaking like out of term maybe, but yeah, I don't know. I think realistically you really only need to like play one of the two. I think you'll get the most of the experience. They reused a lot of the assets and like the region and stuff. So yeah. Oh, true, Sonic. True. Sorry, I thought you were asking a question. Yeah, most of the hunts I see get them way before odds. Well, in these games, it's run the spectrum, right? So it's literally, there has been a guy who got, like I said, got it at like 37 encounters, and then there's another guy who got his Noctowl at 13,500, which is getting close to double over odds, right? And then Totem Rotom, who got his at, I believe it was like close to 1,100, or sorry, 11,000. It was like 10.5, I think. So yeah, like some have been way up there, and then a lot of others have been like not up there. Weirdly though, I don't know if anyone has gotten theirs like between like 4,000 and like 9,000. Like most people either get it before, or at least the people on YouTube either get it before 4,000 or get it like after 8,000. Like it seems like between 4 and 8 there's like barely anyone's done it. I think there's maybe one person who got something at like 7,000 or something, but it's like super rare for some reason between those numbers, and I don't understand why. And that's why I've been like saying like I think it's either gonna it's gonna happen like 3 to 4, or it's gonna be above 8 for us probably as well. Like if we don't get this before 4,000, it's probably gonna take us until like 9,000 or something. So we'll see. But yeah, I did collapse. Yes, I did. Which one, Shiny Gyarados or Moltic? Who's Moltic? I like Gyarados as shiny though. I didn't even think about it, but you actually have to press the button on the console to reset. Yeah, there's no... you know what? There might actually be a soft reset I can do on the GameCube controller. I don't know. I never looked into it, which also might be adding to the resets. But I wouldn't change it at this point, and the reason is because, like I've said, I've kind of, like, created a muscle memory involved in hitting that button. And so to throw that off, if the shiny appeared and I was, like, you know, pressing, like, LR start, BA on my controller, then I would probably mess it up. Like the shiny might appear and I'd still hit, because it's just so much easier. It doesn't take, plus like what is it to take like an extra second just to like bend down for a second, go boop. I know it just came out, but have you done any Deoxys raids? I have not. Not for the new one, no. You can soft reset with the controller. Yeah, I feel like you must be able to, because I think I've seen other people like never bend down for their GameCube. It is something maybe I should learn for like when I'm off of stream, but definitely on stream because I'm already like distracted a little bit by chat. Not that, trust me, it makes time go by way faster, but because, you know, I'm not as focused maybe on the actual gameplay of it all, I do feel like it might be a good thing to like learn how to do it via my controller. It would definitely mean I don't have to keep like flipping around all the time, because when I usually watch something on my TV behind me, and I'll be like hanging out, and then I'll be like, oh, I gotta, and then I'll like turn, hit the button, turn back around, right? How do you soft reset on the controller, Sonic Chow? We'll actually try it. We'll do an experiment here. I'll pay attention so I won't soft reset, you know? Oh, Melodic. Sorry. Yeah, no, Gyarados. Gyarados, I think, has the better shiny than Melodic. It looks like XB start. Okay. You go into Safari Zone. I had tickets, but unfortunately, a lot went wrong, and I am no longer going. It would have been too expensive, and I just... Especially, like, I was just talking, I need to get a new phone, got a wedding coming up, like, yeah, it would have been too expensive to do it. I bought tickets, which is sad, because, like, they're also non-transferable, so, like, I can't even give them to another trainer who probably wanted them, like, it's really, really lame. I just basically have to, like, eat the cost of that, which really, really sucks. There's also no refunds on them. Like, again, very, very unfortunate. I know why they do it, but damn, you know, like... But yeah, unless by some miracle. But even then, I think I was supposed to redeem the tickets like the other day, and I didn't do it because I already had kind of made up my mind that I can't go. So yeah. All right, we're gonna try this method of soft resetting. Let's see, XB start. Those are definitely some weird buttons. Those are not natural like buttons to hit on a GameCube controller. They're very spaced out. AB start would have been perfect, but probably a little too easy. And okay, let's try this. So that is not a shiny, obviously. XB start. It's not working. Alright, so that one is X. Let me see if I have to put them in order. XB start. Nope, still nothing. Alright, so XB start. You just hold down X and Y and start, but I would just hit the reset button instead. Okay, XY start. Okay, we'll try that one next time. It takes 3 seconds. Oh, yeah, but you know what? 3 seconds on a controller in certain instances is gonna save me more time than literally like physically. Again, for stream, I'll probably still hit the button, but off of stream, me having to like have my chair here and then turn around and then like duck down and then hit like, it's probably much easier to do it via the controller. We'll see. This could actually be a game changer here. But that's good though, because imagine like there's probably like people playing like Double Dash or something who like have accidentally soft reset the GameCube with their controller and like, how did I do that? Melodic's shiny colors are too muted, that's why I have a 98% shiny Feebas. Yeah, it's like Feebas is definitely the better of the two, right? I agree. It's too bad. Every shiny, like every Pokemon deserves to have like a nice, different, vibrant shiny. And it's too bad that like some are just destined to always have like muted color palettes that just like don't look as good, you know? Is this from Mario Rabbids? The song right now is Princess Peach's Castle, I believe, from 64. Yeah, Inside the Castle Walls it's called. Alright. Hey, who should I shiny hunt next in Let's Go, Poliwag or Magikarp? I'm gonna say Magikarp. No worries, I'm headed that way and was hoping to see you there. The next time the fiance and I are in Toronto, we will look you up. Yeah, sure, Video Master. I mean, mind you, though, like, I also, I hope it comes to Toronto. It'd be so easy to just, like, do it if it came to Toronto. But yeah, no, for sure. All right, let's try this. Let's see. All right, so we're going to try to catch this. Probably not going to be shiny. Could you imagine if this was the shiny one and then we never have to, we'll never know if the test works or not? But it probably won't be. It's probably just another blue boy. It is another blue boy. All right. All right, let's try this. Still nothing. I am holding them down. X, Y, B. Or, sorry, not X, Y, B. X, Y, start. Holding them down. Still nothing. All right, let's try, what was it? X, B? X, B, start. Let's see if holding it down for 3 seconds does anything. Still nothing. I don't know, guys. I don't know if there's a soft reset. Wait, or maybe my controller's just, like, not compatible because it's, like, a newer version. I don't know. But, yeah. I think this is the Odyssey version, though. It's some sort of redone version. Perhaps. It did say on the thing it was 64, so I don't know. Oh, wow, Sonic Link. Well, fair enough, fair enough. Ooh, go enjoy it too. You'll probably get home tonight, like, in 6 hours from now. It's so long. That's what Nintendo says. Super weird. Yeah. Yeah, no, because trust me, like I said, that legitimately... I will try something. I'll try something. I'm going to try it with... Not this round, because obviously I'm already plugged in. But next round, I'm going to try it with my, like, legitimate, like, GameCube controller from that era. Because this is, like, a Wii U controller, technically, right? So I want to see if on an old GameCube controller, if it makes any difference. I think everyone knows this song and what game it's from. It's on their website. It says make sure not to move the control stick. I don't think I hit the control stick at all. I'm gonna try it with a different controller. We'll see. We'll do this one. We'll get to 32, 30, 36, I guess, obviously, and then I'll switch the controller out, see if it changes anything at all. Man, can you actually grab that controller for me? The GameCube one? Yeah. Please and thank you. Yeah, you just gotta unplug it. Perfect. Thank you. Alright, so we got this bad boy. This one's a little older, a little more in line. I mean, it literally came with my GameCube. So, if any controller is gonna be able to, like, you know, override the system and have it, like, reset, it is definitely this guy. So we will throw our Pokeball at this. I like this one more on the GameCube because it's longer. Like, the cord's so long that I can, like, go wherever with it, which is nice when I'm, like, off stream. But maybe this is the power play. This guy right here. All right, let's see. You are another blue boy. Okay, so I'll try it one more time. So is it XY start or XB start? Because I got two different... Hey, what's up, Nick Meister? So I'm trying X... Oh, I'm actually holding down all four of them right now. All right, XY start. 1, 2, 3. Nothing. XB start. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so nothing as well. All right, so I'm gonna unplug this controller. Hopefully this doesn't, like, freeze the game, but we're resetting anyway, so I'm gonna unplug, and we're gonna plug in this silver guy. All right, so we're using this one now. We'll see if this fixes anything. I will say, this controller, it's so old, but it feels so right. Like, in a way, I love the new controller, and but, like, it feels so, like, new, and, like, this one feels so, like, broken in, and this is like my Smash Bros. Controller. It just, it feels so good. But yeah, what's up, Nick Meister? Welcome to the stream. Sorry, we're doing a test. I want to see if I can soft reset. I do have a third GameCube controller, and it is a Wavebird. I don't know if that would make any difference, but I might have to try that as well, maybe? No. I'm gonna try this. I won't try the Wavebird tonight, but I might try it on my own time and see if, like, that fixes anything. Make sure that you're using only licensed products with your Nintendo system. Unlicensed products are not fully compatible and may not work correctly. Interesting. So technically that is a licensed Nintendo product, but it's a licensed Nintendo product that wasn't invented until, 2014, I believe that controller is from. So they could have never planned for it. So maybe it has a chip or something in it that, like, it just is unreadable. So yeah, maybe, like, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see if this does the trick. I want to try it right now, but, like, that would just literally waste a possible reset, so we're not going to. But we'll find out very soon. XY for Nintendo, XB on some forum. I'm a little gutted that I missed the beginning of the stream, but I just woken up. Hey, no worries. Sleep is very important. I actually, you guys don't know this because I've been, like, good on stream, but I actually have been, like, feeling a little sick again, like, this week. Completely different, though. Like, I feel like 2 weeks ago, I had, like, a fever, and this is, like, it's, like, kind of in my throat and my chest a little bit, and I'm, like, a little coughy, but I've been good on stream. It's, like, the adrenaline of it, I guess, but, so, yeah, after this is done, I'm also probably going to spend a lot of time sleeping. Do have to finish my laundry, too, though, so that's something I have to do. But anyway, let's find out. Let's throw this snag ball at this Heracross. and see if anything changes. Okay, so that is a regular Heracross. You can soft reset by pressing the reset button on your GCN or by pressing B, X, and start buttons at the same time on GameCube controller for XD. Not Colosseum! So maybe there is no... Wow. Alright, so B... So I'll try it on this one, but it does sound like maybe Zane cracked it. So BX start. Yeah, doesn't look like anything. I'll try to press them all at the same time because I kind of like varied them there, but... Yeah, nothing, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. All right, it seems... I'll just finish the stream with this controller, but it seems as though, ladies and gentlemen, that they put in the soft reset ability in XD, but not Colosseum. What's your favorite top 3 Pokemon? Mimikyu, Umbreon. Excuse me. And then, oh wow, super excuse me. That was that like mini yawn turned into a full-blown one. But yeah, and Talonflame probably. Those 3. Although I will say Talonflame is kind of like, I just haven't seen it in a while, you know? And it was technically in Sun and Moon, but I just like never really used it because I like to use region-specific Pokemon. But yeah, I do love myself Talonflame. It's just such a great Pokemon. You get it so early, great typing, great attack. The speed of Talonflame is incredible. It was good competitive, even though I never used it personally competitive. I hatched a shiny, oh my god, Fletchling. I hatched a tiny Fletchling on my birthday, on my like 18th birthday. Maybe 19th birthday, actually. It might have been my 19th birthday, but still, point remains. Maybe it was my 20th. I don't even know. I don't even know anymore. But the fact remains that I hatched one. Super under odds, too. It was like 200 and something. Yeah, no, that's good to know. Though, mind you, like, I still would rather shiny hunt in this game. The targets are very different and completely random in XD. I've said this before, at some point, I really would like to shiny hunt in XD. I would like to be able to say I've caught a shiny in every game within the series. Not every game, but at least every gen. And then, like, well, I guess these would also technically be, like, Gen 3, and But my point is just still that, like, XD and Colosseum are special. They're very hard. They're very time-consuming. I would at some point like to shiny hunt in XD. We'll see, you know? Time permitting. It wouldn't be for a long, long time. I'm the only one who uses Butterfree on the team. Butterfree's awesome, though. When I was a kid, everyone loved Butterfree. Maybe it is console-based, but it doesn't work for this game. Yeah, like Niantic. Genius Sorority could have Sonority could have put in like a blockage on this game. They didn't want people to reset it, and then maybe Pokemon Company like was playing it in their own office and was like trying to shiny hunt, and they were like, why can't you, or not even shiny hunt, just like maybe reset something, and they were like, why can't you just reset via the controller? That's something standard in a Pokemon game. Soft resetting. You should be able to. And then yeah. They were probably like, oh, well, we'll fix that in the next game. I don't know. And then Game Freak was like, next game? Tell me more. What is this about Shadow Lugia? Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. Does anyone know what, like, the completion bonus in XD is? Like, in this game, I believe if you catch all the... if you catch all the Shadow Pokemon and catalog them, and then also beat Mount Battle, I believe you get Ho-Oh. So I've always been kind of curious, like, do you get anything in XD for... Because in this game, you can technically get Jirachi, Ho-Oh, and the 3 dogs, right? And then the next game, you can get Lugia for sure, obviously. But is there anything else that like would have been necessary for completion of the national decks? Though technically, I mean, obviously in Fire Red, Leaf Green, and Emerald, like between those games, I think, well, especially Fire Red, Leaf Green, they introduced like a lot of those types